All right, guys, let's get into this carnivore diet. People keep asking me what I think about it. Sorry, I think it's poo poo. It's no, I don't like it. I mean, it's not a ketogenic diet. So again, we're running up against, and this thing better not be blurry. I'm just saying, we're running up against poor quality meats, factory farmed animals, lean meats. People have got gout, people have kidney problems, and they're stuffing all this meat down. Now, that is really difficult on the digestive tract because a lot of you guys have low HCl levels in your little tummy. So here you are stuffing a bunch of meat down and you have thyroid issues, you can't poop, right? Or you have low iron, you can't poop. People have dysbiosis of the gut, they can't poop, and then they're stuffing a bunch of meat down that is lean. And lean meat is going to be more difficult to digest than fat. Yes? There's more. And here's another thing. For you people are like, what about the carnivore diet? Think about it. A lot of you guys have histamine problems because you develop holes in the gut wall through eating a lot of grains and all this kind of mess and cheese and chemicals and glyphosate and whatevers. So here's the deal. You go and do this all meat diet. You don't know you have a dysbiosis of the gut, and you're eating meats that have a ton of bacteria on them because you're not slaughtering the animal yourself. Come on, you guys. Think you're eating, cows that are in small cages that are, sick, corn-fed, glyphosate, hormone-injected, hot, sick mess. And you think, what do you think? You're going to lose weight? The whole thing is about regulating your insulin. Now, you can regulate your insulin eating carbs. And you can regulate your insulin doing a paleo thing. You can regulate your insulin doing keto or not really fasting. And you can regulate your insulin by doing the carnivore diet because you're not eating processed carbohydrates or sugars or sweet fruits or fructose that's going to slam your blood sugar up really high. You're going to be eating meat, which still has a gluconeogenic effect. You're still going to have blood sugar that spikes, but lower, less insulin, and supposedly you're healthy. Now the problem is that potentially maybe these poor quality meats can blunt insulin receptors. So here we have an issue with meat just in general, the poor quality meats doing 5 different things of damage. Now, healthy pastured chickens that eat bugs off the ground and, pigs that forage for roots and roots and fruits and apples and whatever that are pastured, that are walking around, and also with goats or lamb or the beef. These meats are going to have especially with the fatty cuts of meat, are going to have a lot of amazing fat soluble vitamins plus your omega-3s, and you're going to also have, it's fatty meats, you're going to also have a nice source of protein. A lot of you guys who are low in iron is going to have a good source of iron and B12. So with that said, keto, my version of keto is going for healthy animals, pastured animals. I always say that you're going to have a more difficult time to keto adapt on poor quality meats, and it's fatty meat. So fatty meat has less bacteria on it. Then we don't have to worry about people who've got histamine intolerance because the bacteria creates a histamine response from the mast cells. I mean, not paying attention to the kind of meat that you're eating is a hot mess when it comes to your kidneys, when it comes to gout, when it comes to the uric acid, when it comes to the bacteria, the quality of the animal. And it doesn't put you in ketosis. So what? Your body's still searching. It's converting that protein back into glucose, and you can't restore glycogen. And so certain things that you do, you might hit a wall of energy because no one talks about this. Everybody pumps out these dietary trends, including keto, as the best diet in the world. The vegan diet, the vegetarian diet, the low carb, high fat, paleo, whatever, doesn't matter, pescatarian. And the thing is, you have to understand your state of health before doing any of these dietary measures because Your body's used to one sort of a lifestyle, and then you switch it to another without understanding, am I getting enough? If I'm still relying on glucose, am I getting enough carbohydrate to restore glycogen? Because if you don't do that, you're going to put a lot of stress on your adrenals. Yes. And if you do an all-meat diet, I already explained that it can be a hot mess for your digestive tract, especially if you have low stomach acid, which you require to break down meat, especially lean meat, y'all. Yes. So with that said, an overcooked meat, that's another thing we have to consider. Overcooked meats, are we talking about what kind of meats on this carnivore diet? Are we talking about the quality of the animal? Are we talking about any existing health issues you might have, or histamine issues where you can't deal with the bacteria because you're not eating fresh slaughtered animals? No. And then what? You have adrenal insufficiencies and thyroid problems. You're not getting enough stored glycogen, and so you're not producing enough ketones, and so like over time you start feeling like shite. All right, guys. My opinion on the carnivore diet is don't ever, unless your plane crashes and you're stuck in the tundra and you're hungry, then eat away. Otherwise, just be mindful, guys. Eat whole foods. You don't have to do keto, but if you do, you can watch some of my videos to try to understand a more healthy and safe way to do it, because if you do keto the wrong way, it can wreck you. No joke. Boom. Wreck you. Yep, it can wreck you. So with that said, I'm out. I'm going to the Paleo FX this weekend. So by the time you guys might see this, it'll be past, but I'll be so energized. Woo! I'm so excited to be a part of this speaking engagement and event. And I'll be looking out. I will be posting, and I'll be on Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic. I'll be on Facebook, which is Stephanie the Business Person. My website, stephanieperson.com, and on my YouTube channel, which you are watching me now. All right, guys, I am still writing the ultimate keto book where I address all these issues and trends and metabolic issues or metabolic strength, flexibility or inflexibility. With that said, I'm out. I'm almost 51. I'm getting close. This is the mother-sucking business. Keto for 10 years. Be smart, guys. If you don't have to listen to me, but do your research, yeah? Do your research on the strength of your gut, candida, biofilms, your thyroid, your sex hormones. Just don't jump into any diet trend because you can frack yourself. And I'm out. Be looking out for my ultimate keto book because I'm still writing it, and I will announce when I'm done. So be watching because I'm super excited and I'm writing great information there. All right.